So, having a problem with getting lab results back faster and making it easier for the patients to understand what's going on, especially when doing lab work, meaning probably blood work, is having a lab on site. I think that is the biggest problem that most emergency rooms have is not having labs on site. Like, yes, you could do little things with blood. You could give blood. You could, if somebody is needing surgery, they could give blood. The biggest problem is not having a lab on site and having to send lab results. So, when sending lab results, the biggest problem is definitely the delivery. I think if you cut out a delivery process and make it where you just take the blood samples, maybe 20, 30 feet, 100 feet within the hospital, it makes the results faster. Also, implying that they need to have a bigger lab result system or a bigger lab in general. You shouldn't be able to do only a couple of blood samples at once. You need to be able to do multiple blood samples at once. I'm talking 20, 30 blood samples at once. Yeah, it does seem like it's overboard or too much, but if you're able to do that, then other hospitals that aren't as wealthy, or let's say a smaller emergency room isn't as big, they could send it to that hospital and not have to send it to a lab, which makes every hospital around us work faster. I think the highest value stream for a hospital is the emergency room. Yes, people come in to the hospital and they need regular blood work or they need regular things done. But the most important thing to all of us is the emergency room. If people aren't able to do or sit in an emergency room and be able to get their results fast enough to figure out what's going on with them, then there's no point of you even going to the emergency room. If you're not able to do that, I don't think that it should be able to do that. Like being able, like, say you come in at 11 p.m. and you need blood work done, you have high blood pressure, whatever it is, having to send it the next morning to get a lab result is not okay. The point of the emergency room is to go in, figure out what's wrong, and fix it as fast as possible. So, not having enough lab systems to dedicate the time to that is the biggest problem. This process of changing and fixing it is the biggest deal because people go into the emergency room every day. There's millions of people in America that come into the emergency room. If they're not able to figure out what's going on with them within a couple hours of going to the emergency